Hello everyone. Now students, we come across many chemical substances in our day-to-day life. The main source of these chemical substances are plants, animals, minerals, rocks, etc. Now there are so many chemical substances that in order to study them, we need to classify. Earlier attempts of classification was based on taste, according to which sour substances were called acids, bitter substances were called bases, and salty substances were called salts. But it is very dangerous to taste a chemical substance. Some are very toxic. So it is advised to test the chemical substance. Today we shall learn about the chemical substance under the heading acid, bases and salts. Today we will take up the first part of this chapter. Now students, there are certain complex substances which show different color change or different odor change in different medium like acidic medium or basic medium. Such complex chemical substance which show different color or odor change in different medium, acidic or basic, are called acid-base indicator. It is of two types, color change acid-base indicator and odor change acid-base indicator. Now coming to the color change acid-base indicator, it is again of two types, natural indicator and synthetic indicator. Coming to natural indicator, litmus obtained from lichen plant remains purple in neutral medium, it turns to red in acidic medium and turns to blue in basic medium. Turmeric, yellow in neutral medium, the intensity of the yellow color enhances in acidic medium and turns to reddish brown in basic medium. Red cabbage extract remains red in neutral and acidic medium and turns to green in basic medium. Next, synthetic indicators. Methyl orange remains orange in neutral medium, turns red in acidic medium and turns yellow in basic medium. Phenolphthalein remains colorless in neutral and acidic medium but turns to pink in basic medium. Now next is the odor change indicator. Odor change indicator is also called olfactory indicator. Some of the examples are extracts of onion, clove oil, vanilla essence. Now they retain their smell in acidic medium and their smell vanishes in basic medium. Now according to the various scientists, the concept of acid and bases can be coined as Arrhenius concept. Acid dissociates in water to produce H plus ion and bases are those which dissociate in water to produce OH minus ion or hydroxyl ions. According to Bronsted-Lowry concept, acids are proton donor whereas bases are proton acceptor. You can see one example, HCl treated with water to form hydronium ion and chloride ion. Now HCl is a proton donor here, so it acts as acid, and base is a proton acceptor. Water is proton acceptor and therefore act as base. The two species which are differing by one proton are called conjugate acid-base pair. Now, if the acid is strong, its conjugate base will be very weak, or vice versa. That is, when conjugate acid is strong, its base will be very weak. Always conjugate acid exceeds by one proton and conjugate base is lagging off one proton. Now, according to Lewis, acids are electron pair acceptor. Now, electron deficient compound act as Lewis acid. One examples are BF3AlCl3. Similarly, bases are electron pair donor. That means the one which is electron rich will act as Lewis base, like ammonia, water. They are having an extra lone pair of electrons. So students, right now you don't have to go in detail regarding these definitions. We'll take up the general definition of acid here. In general, acid contains one or more hydrogen atom and when dissolved in water produces H plus ions, the only positively charged ion formed. Okay. Now, all non-metallic oxides excluding neutral non-metallic oxides. Some non-metallic oxides are acidic and some are neutral. Examples of neutral non-metallic oxides are carbon monoxide, NO, N2O, H2O and many more. But there are large amount of non-metallic oxides which are acidic. So all non-metallic oxides or acidic oxides are also called acidic anhydrides. When dissolved in water produces acid. This acidic anhydride means a non-metallic oxide without water. A non-metallic oxide without water is called acidic anhydride. This, when dissolves in water, produces acids. Now, one of the example of double acidic anhydride is NO2, nitrogen dioxide. Why it is called double acid anhydride? Because when dissolved in water, it produces two acids, nitrous acid and nitric acids. Now, acids also act as electrolyte in aqueous or molten state due to the presence of H plus ions and thus show conduction. Example is HCl plus H2O gives us H3O plus Cl minus. So, these are the ions formed in the solution. So, they are able to conduct electricity. Now, students, you must have noticed somewhere I am writing H plus and somewhere I am writing H3O plus. Is there any difference? Yes. The acid releases H plus, but that H plus is very small and very reactive and is unable to exist freely. As a result, it gets solvated with water to form hydronium ion or simply called hydrated proton. Let us see its composition. Water, you know that H2O, oxygen is having two lone pair. So, when the H plus reaches to this water molecule, this electron, one of the electron pair will be donated to the electron deficient H plus ion to form a bond between them, and this bond is called coordinate bond and rest two are covalent. Remember student, coordinate bond after formation behaves like covalent bond. This formation is called hydronium ion or oxonium ion. Are you able to understand? The H plus donated by acid is very small and very reactive, so cannot exist independently. Rather, it gets solvated with water to form hydronium ion or simply called hydrated proton. Now, what is common in all acids? Presence of H plus ion in their aqueous or molten state is common in all acids. Acid do not show its acidic property in dry condition. That is, acidic property of acids are due to H plus, which they produce only in aqueous or molten state. So, they do not show their properties in dry condition. One of the example will take, bring a dry litmus paper over a dry HCl gas, you will see no change on the litmus paper. Whereas, if you bring a litmus paper over HCl solution or dip it into the HCl solution, the litmus paper will turn to red. So, this indicates that acids do not show its acidic property in dry condition. Now, students, are all compounds containing hydrogen are acids? This we can test by using glucose. Say. Glucose contain so many hydrogen in it, C6H12O6. Now, when we add this glucose to water and pass current through it, the bulb does not glow. There is no deflection in the current. So, it means that glucose is unable to conduct. What is the reason behind it? Glucose, though contain hydrogen, that hydrogen is not replaceable in the form of H plus ion in water, and therefore it is not able to conduct electricity in absence of H plus ion, and thus act as non-electrolyte. As I told you, acids act as electrolyte, whereas compounds which contain hydrogen but do not replace it in the form of H plus ions are called non-electrolytes. Able to understand about the concept of acid? We will take up this in the next class. Stay tuned.